Olivia Nuzzi has resurfaced in Hollywood. Literally, she was seen at a dinner at the famed steak joint Musso and Frank, but it's kind of a surprise who the host was, actually. It's kind of surprising, I should say.
So now Olivia Nuzzi is the former New York Magazine reporter who had the undisclosed digital affair with RFK Jr. when he was running for president. There was an investigation. She sort of went undercover during all of this. So this is surprising that she popped up,
Yeah,
right?
she went underground. So she had this alleged dalliance, digital dalliance. I don't know if those words have ever been put together before. With RFK Jr., who's now, of course, in the Trump cabinet. He denied the whole thing. Nuzzi left New York Magazine, even though they did an investigation and didn't find that her reporting was biased. But then basically she was out in LA. We had a few sightings of her here and there. But in this case, as I said, she was at this famous Hollywood restaurant. But it's a little strange because she was at a dinner for a Substack called House and Habit, which is by a Substacker named Jessica Reed Kraus, who covered the whole Nuzzi RFK brouhaha. But the thing is, she was very pro-RFK Jr. And in fact, she kind of defended him. She kind of trashed Olivia Nuzzi on her Substack. And then she even sort of glowingly covered Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s Mohr gala, the
Make America Healthy Again.
Make America Healthy Again gala, and she's been had been at various inauguration events and stuff like that. So it's a little bit surprising that these two are friends.
Now, do we know what brought these two together? Like, how did Olivia and her end up reconnecting?
Well, it's interesting. It's a bit of a mystery. Kraus said in her Substack that they've rekindled their relationship, and she basically said that Nuzzi had also attended her Christmas party, and a guest saw Nuzzi emerge from a photo booth and told the host, Kraus, what the bleep is Olivia, doing at your party? And she was like, that's a good question. And basically, she's been very coy about it in her Substack, saying that once Olivia Nuzzi went out to the West Coast after this scandal sort of died down, that they've rekindled their friendship, but she's not saying what the nature of that is or why, and she's saying it will be revealed in due time.
Ooh,
so who knows?
Okay.
The other thing that's interesting is that Kraus had written in her Substack, like during the whole thing, like, I questioned why I was even friends with this person, and so it's interesting that they've had this detente, and that Nuzzi would show up at her sort of frenemies dinner. And she even said, she did apparently make an address or made some comment there, or said out loud at least, according to the Substack, that she is Kraus's muse and sometimes like ghost writer or something.
Oh, wow. Anyway, so they really went from like nothing to, this is besties to muse. Right. That's a big leap.
From friends to frenemies to now muse. So anyway, we'll keep you posted on what Nuzzi's next move is. There was a lot of attention on what she's up to. Meanwhile, it has been reported by Jerry Oppenheimer, who's a Kennedy family expert.
Yes.
He wrote a piece for the Daily Mail saying that Cheryl Hines, the Curb Your Enthusiasm star who's married to RFK Jr., has given him an ultimatum and said he needs to move her to Washington, D.C. She wants to be nearby him because he has an alleged track record of, having his head turned.
He is a confessed former sex addict, which he wrote about himself in the diaries. And I think he called them his lust demons.
His lust demons,
yes.
Right. She wants him to avoid his lust demons in the Beltway. I guess the lucky thing is, I don't know, in Washington, D.C. Oh, anyway.
No one gets canceled. Olivia Nuzzi, not canceled. Right. RFK, just, he's flourishing. So
So we'll see what happens next. Who knows? Maybe, as I wrote in my piece on this, with friends like these, who needs enemies? So maybe, who knows, Nuzzi and Kraus are gonna, I don't know, take their friendship to the next level in the Substack, at least.
All right, double Substack.
So it goes without saying, by the way, I should mention that RFK Jr. denied any dalliance pretty adamantly with Olivia Nuzzi. He had said, his camp had said he had met with her in person just for the profile, but they denied anything. And then, Nuzzi really hasn't commented on what's going on now. So we'll see what happens.
There was a brief legal back and forth with her former fiance.
Yes,
where he kind of, it just became like a giant mess.
In the weeds, exactly.
Yeah.
Ryan Lizza, her former fiance and Politico writer, they had a legal battle, which ended up getting dismissed. So,
yes, but so a lot of accusations about this relationship with RFK Jr. came out that
through
way.
this,
yes.
Exactly. So in any event, for more on this story and more, you can check out page6.com or, of course, pick up a copy of the newspaper.